We have now reached our concluding quarter of Women's Worldview, which is going to feature Taal Mein Taal. Taal Mein Taal, it's hosted by a pretty princess by the name of Miss Shreya Bhatia. Each month, Miss Bhatia broadcasts a new page in the sights and sounds of music. Furthermore, Miss Shreya has become a household name. So to her name and fame, let's see her presentation for this month.
Namaste and welcome to Taal Mein Taal, the show about you, me, and our love for music. In the past, we've listened to and talked about many different instruments here on Taal Mein Taal, and today I have a very special surprise for you, and I hope you enjoy it. But first, I would like to share with you that November is the month of Anu Malik's birthday. Anuji is especially known for his appearances on Indian Idol as a judge for 5 seasons. He has won 2 Filmfare Awards, one for Bazigar and one for Main Hoon Na for the Best Music Director, and he was nominated 14 times in this category. Anu Malik is especially known also for the use of tabla in some of his hit songs. Examples of these songs are Eli Le Eli from Yadein, Tumse Milke Dil from Main Hoon Na, and Bazigar O Bazigar from Bazigar. Now, speaking of the tabla, I think it's time to reveal that surprise that I mentioned. With me today, I have an amazing tabla player. He will join us for a conversation as well as play for us. Please welcome Avikar Govil. Hi, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
To tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, like Shreya said, my name is Avikar Govil. I'm 18 years old and I currently go to the University of Pennsylvania. Last spring, I graduated from Sidwell Friends School, and I've been learning tabla for a total of 10 years now. I had a teacher before, and now that I'm in college, I just try and pursue tabla wherever I can.
And who do you learn from?
My teacher, his name was Shri Muralidhar Pai. He was a teacher in Germantown, and he's received a lot of vocal training and tabla training, mostly from his dad.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's been teaching here for a very long time, and he helped me get to where I am.
That's great. How did you start playing tabla? What inspired you to actually begin and take it seriously?
Mm-hmm. Well, I first started playing because my mom wanted me to learn tabla, so she signed me up and started taking me to classes at first. And you know, it took some adjusting and getting used to, but once I started to get a little better, I started to like it a whole lot more and practice on my own and sort of listen to more kinds of music and explore.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with me and singing. My mom originally signed me up, and then I didn't know how I would feel about classical music, and then as I kept going, I started listening to it more and more. So does anyone else in your family play the tabla or play any other instrument?
Well, nobody else plays tabla, but everyone in my family likes music, different kinds of music. So my sister, she actually sings. So she did Hindustani classical music, and she also sang for school in the chamber chorus.
Right, and I heard you play and her sing at your recital, and that was amazing.
Thank you.
How long did it take after you began to actually learn? How long did it take before you could feel comfortable in front of an audience and actually perform for them?
It took about a year to actually be able to play for an audience. Once you get like the technique down and you start learning all the different taals and being able to express yourself a little more, that's when you're sort of ready to play for an audience.
And you can listen to a Bollywood song or a classical piece and identify kind of what the rhythm is and what the taal is.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I just like listening to different kinds, like you said, bhajans or Bollywood songs and figuring out how to play for them, trying out different things.
And I can imagine that comes from experience. So when you're performing for an audience, how does a tabla performance usually play out? Do you do solos or accompany a singer or other musician?
For the most part, I accompany other singers. So I accompanied my sister a lot, my teacher when he sang. But I've also played for people who play keyboard, sitar, harmonium, all sorts of things.
And before we leave today, do you have any message for the audience, for people who are trying to learn tabla, who are starting into learning classical music, just music in general?
Well, as far as tabla goes, it's something that at first it's kind of difficult because you have to learn the technique, and it's a lot of creating your own sounds with your fingers. But once you start to get into it, you'll really like it, and you'll find that it allows you to explore and innovate a lot, which is something that I liked a whole lot about it.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope you guys learned about tabla as much as I did today. And we will now perform for you 3 songs, and I hope you enjoy them. The first piece that we have for you today is a tarana in Rag Khamaj. This will be played in Teen Taal, and as I mentioned on a previous episode, Teen Taal is a taal with 16 beats divided into 4 divisions or vibhagas. Enjoy. Tanum dirina tanum dirina diri tanum dirina tanum dirina diri tanum dirina tanum dirina tanum dirina tanum dirina tadare dani tanum dirina tanum dirina diri tanum dirina tanum dirina tanum dirina tanum dirina tadare dani जो बैठे हुए थे उस महफिल में हुए वो खुश अपने अपने दिल में मियाँ मौज ये अपना काम है सुर के सागर में खूब तिरना तानूं बिरना तनूं बिरना देरे तानूं बिरना तनूं बिरना तानूं बिरना तनूं बिरना तदारे दानी तानूं बिरना तनूं बिरना देरे तानूं बिरना तनूं बिरना तानूं बिरना तनूं बिरना tadare dani. The second piece is a bhajan, which is also in Teen Taal. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. मन तड़पत हरि दर्शन को आज मन तड़पत हरि दर्शन को आज मन तड़पत हरि दर्शन को आज मोरे तुम बिन बिगड़ी सागरी काज हो बिनती करत हो रखियो लाज मन तड़ हरि दर्शन को आज. The next piece is a song in Kehrwa Taal. Kehrwa Taal has 8 beats and 2 vibhagas. The Khali is on the 5th beat. And one of the most famous songs in Kehrwa Taal is Rang Barse Bhige Chunar Wali from the movie Silsila. Today, we would like to perform for you a song by Rahat Fateh Ali Khan, and I hope you enjoy. लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन. गली गली घूमे दिल तुझे ढूंढे, गली गली घूमे दिल तुझे ढूंढे, तेरे बिन तरसे नयन. लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन. आ जाओ मेरी जान, मेरे दिल का जहां, मांगे तेरी खबर, ढूंढे तेरा निशान. लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन. गली गली घूमे दिल तुझे ढूंढे, गली गली घूमे दिल तुझे ढूंढे, तेरे बिन तरसे नयन. लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन, 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 लगन लागे तुमसे मन की लगन. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Taal Mein Taal. Keep sending me feedback at my email taalmeintaal@gmail.com or contact me through Facebook. See you next time on the show about you, me, and our love for music. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Namaste.